Okay. Are we gaming? We are gaming. Let me ping the Discord. Boom. Free. I forgot to start the music. I always forget something. Now watch this. You're about to see the finest chess game. I lost most of my elo that I gained. Don't mention it. We're not going to talk about it. It's not a topic of conversation. Hello, Fish. How are you? I'm quite good, actually. Got back from these chess championships. It was kind of stressful, not gonna lie. It wasn't bad. It was just draining. And so now I've got a few weeks of break before the next tournament. Hello, Varmy. And hello, Fluffy. And so I'm just taking that time. I'm going to relax a bit. I got some games from the Steam Summer Sale. I'm going to be playing those. Try to get back into my Greek lessons. Doing some chess studying. You know, just living life. This is an odd position. You know what part of me wants to do? Something stupid like this at some point. I'm going to play a4 first, because a4 just looks like a very easy to play good move. Bishop g5 wants to be played as well at some point. I'm going to take with pawn, which looks weird, but my point is, this pawn actually suppresses the knight. And so it's actually important for that reason. It has a clear purpose. And see, now I take here with bishop, and technically I do have this isolated pawn. However, it's a good isolated pawn. It's an isolated pawn that doesn't really cause me any short-term problems. It just gives me a lot of development and a lot of initiative, because this knight is just terrible. Let's push. Show me what you got. Do I play g4 if he goes bishop h5? Part of me wants to say yes. Ooh. Oh, I really want to say yes. I'm gonna do it. Nobody can stop me. Just finished an appetizer tournament yesterday. Won 3, lost 1, drew 1. I'm calling it an appetizer tournament because I felt free to try a new opening for my one loss to test the feel of it in classical instead of what I usually play. Huh. And it's the appetizer because I have another main course tournament coming up in 3 days. I'm in the same boat. Although my main course tournament is not in 3 days. I have a little bit more time. Are you saying you played e5 instead of the French? Because if so, based. So I gotta complain, please do. Because obviously. But man, the current dating scene and culture makes me want to become a monk and move to Nepal and pretend that I am a goat. Well, I don't gotta pretend because I am the goat, but I completely understand. And I feel the same way. I have just decided that I'm okay dying alone, and that's just how I'm living my life at this point. World Open, 4 days, 9 rounds. Oh, that sounds sick. Let's have some fun. That bishop really wasn't doing much anyway, so I'm not really scared of losing that. Honestly, the knight was stronger than my bishop, so I'm kind of okay with that. Roll open. That sounds sick. What's your goal? What are you expecting? What are you trying to do going in? I started talking to this one girl. She was aight, but then she kept talking about other dudes and her ex, so I just lost all interest so fast. That's a bit of a red flag, yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. A wee bitty of a red flag. Ooh, interesting. See, the light squares around their king are so weak, but I can't figure out a way to take advantage of it. Here, queen takes, knight takes c5. Is that good for me? Alright, because then the queen just goes back, right? And I have not improved my situation. I would love the knight to be on this square. That's weird. You're just too good with the ladies, Rexbor. That's the problem here. That is clearly the issue. Volcel is such a funny term to me because it's like such a zoomerism because it's a development of a phrase that was a shortening of another phrase. And so you've gone back to the original phrase. But we don't use the original phrase, we use the inverse. Right? We use the double negative version instead of using the original version because we're zoomers. Oh yeah, in my last tournament there was this real awkward moment. The kid at the board next to me started sobbing because he was winning, but they blended mate before. It was so awkward because I obviously wanted to comfort him, but my opponent were both in a critical position. We both didn't want to lose with money prizes on the line. Yeah, unfortunately, you can't. You can't do anything there. It really stinks, but I mean, them's the breaks, you know? Oh yeah, and the room was dead silent aside from the kid saw him, so the whole room was giving stares in our direction. It's hard to watch, it really is, but unfortunately at a chess tournament there's like, it's not a place where you can really do a whole lot. Oh. Is there a threat? I guess this pawn is a little weak, so if I move the knight, he takes the pawn. This was my first talking stage kind of ever, but I do really get now why guys don't date as much anymore. It's not if it's comparable at all. I haven't tried, and so I don't know. But I don't know. Maybe I'm delusional, but I just feel like at this point, I'd rather work on myself and kind of wait to get lucky. That feels like a more reliable strategy, which says a lot about the situation, but imagine he plays queen g6 to try to play rook g4 check. That would be savage. Nope. I want to take here. Getting lucky would be great just to meet someone actually cool. That's where I'm at. Yeah, for my one loss in the tournament, I was prepping e5 for a few months, just general lines and everything. Oh, my opponent ended up playing Vienna with f4, which was a gap in my prep. No idea about the critical d5 move and played d6 instead and ended up in a bad pawn structure that I couldn't hold. Yeah, the d5 is hard. D5 is hard to play. That's a very difficult to play position, and you're just worse. I'm assuming you looked at the lines afterwards, because Vienna's only scary if you don't know the theory, which I'm sure you've noticed. UCNR 480k monthly listeners, at least like 3 are Roman, and one of them gotta be my soulmate. I'm not even there yet. I don't even care what band they listen to, right? I've got enough. My standards are high enough without the band being a concern. Or, not my standards. What am I saying? What am I trying to say? I've got delusional enough expectations as is. I don't need band that they like to be one of them. That's my point. Yeah, Yep, afterwards I knew about absolute 0 theory while playing. Then you have bad chances. Welcome, Pure. Someone I could talk to and she likes me, optional. That's effectively where I'm at as well. Which I feel like, to our great dismay, those are some of the harder parts. Also, I just realized he's trying to play a goofy check if I play a queen move in order to take my queen. That's just kind of rude, honestly. Got a few really nice chill opponents in the last tournament. Did some cool stuff. Cool after game analysis. 2 of my opponents after a game was dope. I love doing that. Am I dead or am I chilling? The two emotions. Dead and chilling. Is he going to play Queen f3? If I take, I'm mated, and if I don't take, I'm mated. Wow. I missed Queen f3. That's kind of a problem. Or if I go 91, it's also mate. Sheesh. Sheesh. So I guess step 1 is I have to give up the queen, right? Which really stinks, but what can you do, I suppose? Sheesh. I would be okay with that. A love-hate relationship where I'm just trying to literally murder the other person, it's fine by me. Yeah, no, that'll be fine. I can do that. I'm willing to compromise. You know, they say compromise is the key to good relationships, right? So. So yeah, I think that's a reasonable expectation. Okay, Pure, are you sending me a game or are you challenging me? What are we thinking? I haven't played classical chess in like months, and I have a tournament upcoming, and I'm a little nervous now that I think about it and realize that how long it's been since I played classical. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe I'll be rusty to the degree that I'm bad. I'm trying to think, when was the last time I played classical? It's been a long time. Okay, well, looks like Pure has left and never returned. Disrespectful, what you want to do? Yeah. I don't know. It's a stinky situation. So yeah, my goal is just hope I get lucky, work on myself, see if I can get a halfway decent career in place. And see where life takes me. Okay, this is a pretty good start. This is known to be a bad way of playing this position for white. Okay, I was planning on playing this anyway. Because getting either one of the bishops or being able to play this for free is all good. It's all good. And like Queen A5 is a decent move at this point. And again, this is just a very pleasant position for black. This is what happens when you allow Knight G5, Knight G4? Yeah, Knight G4 in the dragon. Now this knight can hop in this way, and we can continue our magical journey. Unless he does that. What time of this knight? Continue the plan. This knight is coming to c4. It's going to be explosive. Get it? It's a c4 joke. I'm so funny. Anyway. In more positive news, I got Hades for like 10 bucks on Steam. Yep. Also considering going to therapy? I am currently. It's helping. At least I think it is. But I also lucked out quite a bit when it comes to my therapist, so your mileage may vary. Oh wait, I could have taken on B2 anyway. Oh, missed opportunity. Look, look, look. I take on B2, and if queen takes, knight check, and I take his queen. How pretty is that? Yeah, this move is having a little fun. Played Hades on mobile. It's pretty fun. I'm really liking it quite a lot. The golf moment is hard to top. That might be mine too. Golf moment is hard to beat. That's a strong... That moment makes an impression. So stupid, man. I forgot that knight could take. I'm gonna get the queen off the diagonal. If he plays queen b1, then I'll just, like, sit for a little bit. Which is a little stupid, but I think it's good. That was a good one, too, yeah. I think golf was better, though. I think golf clears. Man, what? How is that a less self-pitying topic? Ah, because you're not American. See, this is when my American half weeps. This is when my American half weeps. I don't even know, man. I was talking with someone else I know, and they didn't ask who I was voting for, but we were chatting about it, and I came up with a metaphor for the situation that I really appreciate. I really think I did a good job on. What I said was that trying to decide who to vote for in this election feels like trying to decide which one of my eyeballs to stab out. I think that's a pretty accurate portrayal of my feelings. You're voting independents, both eyeballs? I don't know. That's probably what I'll end up doing, but that just feels bad too, because I know technically it's not wasting my vote, but it's very close to wasting my vote because of the way the US electoral system is established. Like, it feels pointless. I might end up voting independent just because I have no one else to vote for. US electoral system is just terrible. It's just horrible. So, like, it's crazy because I feel like the bar to get my vote at this point is, like, underground. It's like 6 feet under. Right? Literally, you have a functional human being who can put together a coherent sentence, and you have my vote. I think we need a cultural reset. Yeah. Easier said than done. Literally have a human being who at least cares to put up the facade of decency and can form a coherent sentence, and boom. You got my vote. I don't even know which independent I would vote for. Because JFK Jr.'s a psychopath. Bring back the primordial soup. Okay, now we're talking. Based and Viagra boys pilled. Got any primordial supers in chat? So we take with king here, I think, in order to prevent this from being check. Because now this is actually kind of a problem for him. And so this pawn will be hanging at the end. At least that's the idea. Check. Here. It's already not a problem. This also looks interesting. Just immediately putting the question to the entire idea. I've already lost it. You're doing better than I am. He doesn't have any more checks. And so the interesting thing is h1 isn't safe because this pawn is hanging. So I'm actually kind of cooking. The problem is at the end of all these lines, my king is going to be trapped. That's the big issue, honestly. Okay. Interesting. So if I take here with bishop or pawn or something. I have never heard of it. Is it any good? Okay, so the big deal here for me is the fact that my king is no longer trapped. Belarusian post-punk. I like it, but I think you would find it rather bland and samey. Interesting. You may be right. Okay, you got it. We... Do you mean Sudno? No, I know it. Sudno, I'm listening to it. Your spelling there is so funny to me, as someone who can read some semblance of Cyrillic, because it's like so very wrong. Dead lost. Yeah, sorry, I don't know foreign languages. I only know 2. I want to make it 3, but I'm not there yet. I think I was playing this completely wrong. If I'm thinking about this position more critically. Like from here, king up takes king up, and then I should start pushing this. I played too defensively. I didn't play for my own win condition. And so even if I had a chance of winning, I lost it. I'm at 3, 4 if you count the vestiges of French remaining. What would that be? English, Slovenian, and what, German? Or is it another Slavic language like, I don't know, Serbian or something? Bosnian. Okay, fair enough. Another Slavic language. Well, you can hope he might pre-move. Wait, Bosnian doesn't use Cyrillic? Do they use Latin like Serbian does? Well, I guess Serbian uses both. Yeah. Because Croatian also uses Latin, don't they? The Slavic languages, it's like, or the South Slavic, I suppose. It's like y'all, half the Serbs, the Croats, and the Bosnians who use Latin, and everyone else uses Cyrillic, right? I forget. I think he's a tempo late and a dollar short. I'm not super familiar with Croatian. Bosnian depends on where you are for the script. Okay. Okay. Just separating through parts, you know? Right. Hello, local. What is the hot dog about? That's what I love about playing this way with either color, honestly. There's all the stupid stuff you can do. Bishop h3 at some point might be savage. It's just this bishop is so good on this square that's kind of a shame to move it. Because this diagonal is such an important one. What does this remind me of? It continued on to Kletka. It reminds me of something. Very clearly. Maybe I'm getting the cure. Maybe that's what it reminds me of. Croat, Bosniak, and Serb are very similar, but they differ in more dialectal ways. Macedonian is just similar in some ways. Yeah. Yeah, we're closer to, like, Bulgarian, linguistically. Which, that's a whole controversy. where I do understand some words. Right. Just like I understand some words of Serbian, and even Slovenian has enough that you can kind of catch a stray word here and there. It's not nearly enough to claim you can understand any meaningful part of the language, but... He's got 3 pawns for the piece? Again, Slovenian's pretty far, so that one I don't get as much of, but... You still get more than you would expect. Or you would expect coming from English. Is July very epic? Yeah, I'm in denial. I feel like half of summer is gone already. Which I know isn't true, but it's what it feels like. But that's the nice thing about learning Greek, is that because English steals so many words from Greek, or so many root words to make our own words, you can kind of gain a lot just from knowing what root words, or knowing a bunch of English words. Danaus, longest river in Egypt? It is. Slovenia has a lot of German influences? Well, that makes sense, since you're right there next to Austria. And people were trying to Germanize us for like 1,000 years. Oh, that's fun. No, we've got Turkish for the same sort of idea, right? Especially some specific parts of Macedonia, like the more southern parts. The northern parts have more Serbian, the southern parts have more Turkish. Which, that's interesting. The Balkans were a fun place. They still are. What do you mean were? I'm a river in Egypt. Ah, fair. Well, you're in a river in Egypt. You're swimming. In denial. I'd rather be opposite colored bishops. I messed this up bad. Hello, Jim bro. Murphy's Law is anything that can go wrong will go wrong. Cole's Law is chopped lettuce. Okay. No. Did you see Lost Revisionism on Twitter? Nope. Because I deleted my Twitter account. I am Twitter free. Just got a new 3-minute puzzle rush record of 39 in a puzzle battle. I was going for 40, but I'm still pretty happy. You should be. It's a lot. Based. I know. I've been saying I need to do it forever. But the recent change to the adult content policy made me just done. I'm just like, okay, that's it. Nothing. There's nothing here anymore. But pretty much someone tried to claim that Lost wasn't that bad and just got mocked. I mean, it did get mocked a lot, but it got mocked because it was such an extreme tonal shift from the rest of the cartoon. At least that's what I've heard. I don't know enough about the cartoon. I've seen the original comic, of course, Lost, but like, I could do more. Maybe we'll do some today. We could do some puzzles. That could be fun. Remember, when you're playing against little kids in chess tournaments, you're playing against people who are unironically grew up from Skibidi Toilet. Skibidi Toilet is not that bad, and I will die on that hill. It really is not that bad. That's it, pretty much? Okay, I thought so. It's not high art by any means, but everyone who talks about how terrible Skibidi Toilet is are unironically being the people we were mad at when we did, like, MLG memes. That's exactly what I mean. MLG was not better than Skibidi Toilet. It wasn't. By no objective standard. The next generation is doomed for other reasons, but... I could get way higher than that. Puzzles becomes like 90% about grinding, not that far into it. Okay, so here's the skinny. This pawn, if we can get him to only this pawn, it's a draw. That lost endgame? Yes, but we have a chance. You gotta sack your bishop for the passer? I know. I'm well aware of this fact. Don't worry, I've got a plan. Bangers, but brain dead. Could not agree more. Are you really from Macedonia? Your accent is perfect American. I was born in the US of A, but I've lived here for 9 years. Yeah, just about 9. So, and I'm a citizen, and my dad was Macedonian, or is Macedonian. So, I think I'm allowed to use the tag. True, Rexport, true. Flag is the plan. The plan is get stalemated. It's a bad plan, but can't blame a guy for trying. Stranger things have happened. Every time I listen to Ants, it changes. Hasn't changed for me in a while. Hey, thanks so much for the follow, /psychic. Look, I even got this sick flag in the background, which is like a mix of the American and Macedonian flag. So Americans brought it because they like, bought it off Amazon or something, which is crazy. Them dang Americans and their Amazon. Maybe I should have gone this way. Okay, I need to stop completely losing Elo. I'm going to go play puzzles. Unless someone here wants to play. And where's Puzzle Rush? Okay, listen. What, 26 3-minute? We can do better. Give me the checkmate. Mouse slip. Okay, we restart. We restart. Get checkmated, nerd. Oh, I'm in check. Oh, well, duh, it's just... Oh. How polite. Give me the free piece, please. Thank you very much. I'll be taking the rook. And then first I'll take this, and then I'll take the queen. Check here. I'll be taking that. And oh, the win. Oh no, there's knight there. I'm stupid. Here, and let's win the queen. This isn't too hard. Doi. Took me way longer than it should have. Classic. What am I missing? I'm missing something here. I'm missing something obvious. I'm just going to play a move so I can move on to the next puzzle, but I definitely missed something there. Oh, doi, that way. Okay, give me a second. I'm rusty. I haven't played puzzles in a long time. And I've never been all that good at them. They've always been one of the weaker parts of my chess. I mean, puzzles are always faster on the phone for me, at least, but... Doi. That took me way too long. Oh, that was wrong move with the queen. He had a piece there. Hey, this, and then give me the rook. Oh, this first. If I can actually move my mouse. See, the hard part about playing this sort of puzzle thing is that it's difficult to have any good commentary because you have to play so fast. This is still good. So I get a queen at the end. You know, that's one of the harder things for me, is figuring out how to have good commentary while solving puzzles. I have yet to figure it out. A piece up's not good enough? Does that have something better? Oh, dog, my bishop's hanging. Bishop here. Blunder to queen. Bishop g3, yeah. Guard the knight. I told you I'm bad at puzzles. Nobody listens to me. I know that I'm bad. Puzzles have always been the weakest part of my chess. I have always... Yeah. My gut told me. I have always succeeded in spite of my tactics, not because of my tactics. Queen's just hanging. Wow. That's what I mean. Do you see how long it took me to spot just a hanging queen? Pattern recognition, 0. Wrong way, son. Weak queen with check. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. That. This isn't that bad. Do we go directly up? No, we go here to avoid checks. I mean, knock yourself out, buddy. Okay, I was a little too fancy for my own good there. Little too fancy. Anything meaningful? Nope. Give me that. And then give me that. And then that. And then that. Order of capture, ladies and gentlemen. Almost blundered my queen. You take that first. Excuse you. Love those sorts of blunders. The opponent just gives you free stuff. It's so nice. Can I be funny? Well, I mean, we already broke my record, did we not? Do I check first, or do I play this first? No, okay, I was supposed to check first. I feel like it's very close to a tactic where I win the queen, but I don't see how to win the queen. Yeah, okay. Because, like, here blocks bishop. Am I missing something? It must be, right? It's queen b4? Oh, doy, it's just mate. This is like blitz training. I killed for a new BCNR album right now. Me too. It's so funny. They did the announcement. Okay, one more and then we'll do a puzzle battle. We'll start doing puzzle battles. So it's so funny because BCNR announced that tour that they're doing for Palestine. And they're doing it at a location called Concord 2. Like the second address 2 on Concord Street or something along those lines. And it was so funny because I first saw it. I was like, wait, Concord 2? Are they making a sequel? Which is the stupidest and the most zoomer brain thing I've ever seen and I've ever done in my life, but I'll take the free piece. Concord 2. 2 Concord for you. Yeah. Schach. I'm doing a lot better this time. See, I told you, I just need to warm up, get into it. I think I take here first. Yeah, definitely that. Making progress, people, making progress. Doy, that took way too long. Okay. Classic. That bishop check looks fantastic. This queen check looks fantastic. And that is just mate. Hello, Ohio. Ohio Sigma. Is that... Oh, bishop takes. I'm stupid. Okay, you distracted me, Sigma. Oh, just take and then go back. Give me that. Give me that. It's not very Sigma of you. Actually, it is probably very Sigma. Yeah, just... Well, this is a funny checkmate pattern. Never seen that one before. That one's new. Okay. I like the idea of b5, but it doesn't feel like a puzzle rush answer. What did I say? What did I say, chat? What did I say? Oh, it was queen check first and then it's mate. In Bristol, and I heard some songs they play now. And there's a couple good ones. I just need Nancy tries to take the night in a studio recording. Oh, I'm sure they're going to do it eventually. So sorry about that. I'm making fun. Of course, it's not my fault. Your fault. You see, as a streamer, one of the benefits I get from being a streamer is the fact that I get to blame all of my problems on chat. It is way better than taking responsibility for my actions. Have you seen a single YouTuber apology? Okay? This is basic stuff, people. Super background ninja. You want a puzzle battle? I mean, we could also just play regular chess. What's your favorite flower? Ooh, I don't know. Honestly, I just don't know enough about flowers to tell you. I want to, I should, because I love flowers, but... Hey, bro, play some Rapid? I mean, I can, but I was completely losing elo because I'm tired, and... it's like almost 9 p.m. Which is not peak chess playing hours. So I lost like 20 elo on stream, and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to die. And so I was just doing some puzzles, because I also need the practice. Honestly, tactics are the weakest part of my chess. By far. Can we do a puzzle battle? Absolutely. Weak. Your face is weak. What's your elo? Right now, it's 2260. It's tragic. Or is it 2270? It's something like that. No, 2070. I was 2200 once before. I'm stupid. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to a word I say. Remember how I said I was tired? I am. Okay. No. Listen. Listen. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to let my chat tell you. There we go. There's my elo. I'm not 2270. I'm 2070. I don't know. I was mixing, trying to say that I've been 2200, but now I'm not. And then also 27. There we go. There's my elo. Alchemy and Blobfish. I have a command that pulls from the chess.com API, cause funny. Okay, Mr. Ninja, what is your chess.com name, if you will? I have like 4 commands, but one of them pulls from the chess.com API because I wanted to. Pretty close to you? Yep. I hit 2150 something last week, but then I lost it all again because I played late at night again. I just need to stop doing that. I need like an alarm that sounds whenever I try to play chess after like 7 p.m. and it like punches me in the face or something. That's what I really need. Smothered mate. Everybody loves a smothered checkmate. I'll be taking that. Smothered mate. Everybody loves smothered checkmate. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Something along that line. Here. That was a weird puzzle. What am I missing here? I'm very clearly missing something. Oh, he just loses a piece straight up. Give me the queen. Die. You're not threatening anything. Okay, well, just give me that then. I'm always nervous about those kinds of checks. Easy checkmates. I'd take that. I always get very nervous about that sort of specific tactic. I don't know why. It always feels wrong to me. I can actually take that. Funny. What are you threatening? Nothing. Okay. A lot of good tactics start with, what are you threatening? Yeah, there, for example, I had time to just checkmate him. Huh. I'm missing something. Because I don't have a tempo. Oh, I won anyway. Let's go. Sure, Sigma. When it's your turn. Exclaim join the queue. I lose all my elo at 4 a.m. Nah. 4 a.m. I'm usually playing a game or something. Anyway, I stopped playing Rapid after 2000. Cringe. Overestimating ops be like, true. Sometimes the threat is the friends you made along the way. You know what they say, keep your friends close, your enemies closer. Okay, wait. What's the solution to this actually, though? Oh, I'm stupid. It's just that and then take. Boy. 4 a.m. are real white boar hours. Why did I read that? Okay, wait. Who's next? Also, GG's Mr. Ninja. It was hilariously close. You were faster than I was, but I was more accurate. Puzzle battle. How many O's in Void do? Okay, you're the one with the sideways guy standing with an aura. It says players not accepting challenges, so send me a challenge. Things get goofy at 4 a.m., you know? I'm also trying to work up my, blitz a little bit. I've also played a bit more Bullet. I just don't like Bullet. I just don't enjoy it. It makes me hate myself. And also chess. What's your username? Alchemedium Blobfish. That's right, it said puzzle battle. You go over here, you hover over the puzzle piece, then it says puzzle battle. You click on the puzzle battle, and you type in someone's name, Blibbly Blue, and then you click yes, and then you go hit, and you press the play button. Hot Girl Summer? No, Tony Soprano's. We're eating cured meats and having panic attacks. Can I skip the cured meats and just have the panic attacks? Not a huge cured meat guy. Never have been. Like, I don't love steak. I don't love, like, jerky. You know? Then you're not having a Tony Soprano summer? Aw. Why are you gatekeeping Tony Soprano summer? How hard was it to get... Wow. How hard was it to get 2200? Well, if you could tell by my impressive diction, evidently not that difficult. No, but it was hard. It required study and grinding. But so, I've taken a very slow chess journey. I've smelled the roses a lot along the way, which is my way of saying I have a skill issue. And, I would say it was pretty difficult. I had to be on my game for a while. Okay, I accept your friend request. I thought we were already chess.com friends. Still not accepting challenges. I'm struggling. Clearly. No, I'm kidding. Sorry. Sorry. But, so here's the thing. I've studied different parts of chess. Like, I win in endgames more than most people I know. If I win, it's usually in an endgame. I actually just did a study about this recently on my insights, and it's like 80% of the games I win via endgame. I sent a challenge. I have yet to receive it. Oh, I got it. Like, I win an obscene amount of my games in endgames. I'm the opposite. I win in the opening. Exactly. So the thing is, 2200s, I mean, this is going to be a no-duh moment, but 2200s don't blunder as much. So if you're going to win in the opening, you're going to need to know way more openings than you do at any other level, right? And so for the end game, it's the same principle. My end games had to get even better, and I had to shore up the other parts of my play, even though my other parts of my play are still relatively weak compared to my end games. Like, I mean, you're seeing my tactics right now. This is not... I'm clearly not a master tactician. I'm, like, struggling to keep up with people. I'm struggling to keep up. in a way I really should not be. Hardly master level tactics here. And so you can get away, or at least in my experience, I've been able to get away with having a weaker part of my play. But in return, everything else has to be much stronger. But again, it's just... Is there a reason that was bad? Oh, the rook was on the other side. I'd take the rook first. Falling apart, man. Falling apart. Is it something stupid like just castling? Can't be. Oh no, it's check. What am I doing, chat? It's obviously check. Give rook. Has to be knight takes, right? Why is it continuing? I don't understand. Oh, the bishop's hanging. Got him. No, 2200 is blunted in the opening too, just not as much, but that's what I mean. To be at 2200, you don't need to be able to beat a 2200 once. You need to be able to beat them half the time at least. That's the problem. That's what's hard about it. Anyone can beat it, not anyone, but people of a much lower elo can beat a 2200 once, very often. You need to be able to beat them consistently. Same, and so 2000s, the way the elo system works is goofy, and so you need to be able to beat 2000s 3-1 in order to be able to be a 2200, right? That's the thing. You need to be able to beat 1800s 10-1, right? And so inconsistency in opening and that sort of thing will really mess you up. A 100 elo is not 75%. I'm pretty sure 200 elo is like 60 something, 64. It's 200 is like 60 something. It's pretty intense. It's pretty intense. And so that's the issue, right? It's so easy to say, oh, I beat a 2200 once, I'm basically a 2200, right? That's not really how the elo system works. The elo system measures consistency. Got 3 out of 6 points at a tournament on Saturday. I struggle with the French defense the most. Do you have any good variations against it? My guy, you are talking to the fellow who quit playing e4 because he was tired of putting up with the French. Literally the reason I stopped playing e4 is because I hate the French. So my advice, quit e4. That was my solution. I hate the French with all of my heart. I was just done. I didn't love my Caro-Kann lines either, but it was mostly the French. E4, F4 in French, but isn't that like objectively dubious? Want to play me? Am I winning the opening? Well, are you next? Jim Bro's next. So when it's your turn, sure. It depends what color you have, though. What openings do you play, if you don't mind my asking? Most opponents don't know how to punish it. That's true, but it's still consistency. It's going to hit you at some point. Tarash or Hector Gambit. Jimbo's still here, right? They're not responding. Hello, Gong. The Hector Gambit is when you strap a improvised explosive to your wheelchair. It do be my turn now? Okay. So, I'll play you. What's your chess.com name? Same as here. Excellent. Making my life easy. Is 10-0 acceptable? Yes. Okay, unrated 10-0. I make it a habit to play unrated against viewers. I wasn't playing unrated puzzle battles because I don't even know if you can, and even then I don't really care about my puzzle battle elo, so clearly I'm like 1500. Okay. Show me what your scary opening is that you're going to win in immediately. Show me the goods. Can't do unrated puzzle battle? Okay. That might be true. Now let's see if I can remember my lines for once in my life. I need to study these lines more, I have. I could say moves, right? Yes, because I'm playing against viewers unrated. I appreciate you asking. Hey, we're neighbors. I've been to Sofia. I liked it. Now, again, I'm sure like most other European cities, the best parts of Bulgaria are the parts that aren't in the capital. Not prepared for the Dutch much? Hey! Hey! Advanced French is such a pain. Guys, I'm 42 elo away from 2000. Should I push it? Yes. What's gonna happen? What's the worst that could happen? You lose elo? Oh, big whoop. People do something wrong in chess. There's a very common mistake people make. They associate their elo with their strength, right? Elo is not a measure of strength. It's a win prediction algorithm, okay? Emmanuel Lasker, which is second world chess champion, when asked how to measure the strength of a chess player, he did not say, look at their elo. Do you know what he said? I've said this before in chat. Somebody's got to know it here. Somebody ought to know this. I've said this so many times because I love this quote. Somebody's gotta know this. Come on, guys. Nobody knows it. He said, and I quote, "A chess player is as good as their next move." That's how good a chess player is. They're as good as their next move. And I think those are words to live by. You're not as good as your elo, you're as good as your next move. Stronger than a 500? Is your next move better than a 500s? Because that's the measure. No. Yes, it is. Don't sell yourself short. Plenty of other people will do it for you. You don't need to do it for yourself. Rook c8, b4 an idea? Probably. I'm letting future Alco worry about that, though. Hello, Lib. Because I still have castling rights. Feels familiar to my Sicilian games. Yeah, I'm not in love with my position. I feel like there's a good chance I'm worse. Not going to stop me, though. I am up 2 pawns. He did sacrifice a piece for a pawn, so. Do you think there's going to see the kebab? I don't know what a kebab is. I know what a kebab is, but I don't know what a kebab is in this context. Skewer. I'm not threatening the skewer. Or at least I wasn't last move. And yeah, I expect them to see it. It's not that hard to play around. You can literally just play h3. Now, again, they can also just take on f6, and then take twice on f6, and then rook f8, and then I'd probably castle queenside, and it's a weird position. Which is what I expect fully. Who I didn't calculate? Hello, Stein. How you been? Ooh. That's a spicy meatball. Ooh. We got some creative chess happening here, chat. I think it's a bluff, but if it is, it's a pretty convincing bluff. Nah, f5 doesn't look good. Unless you're saying bishop f5, which also doesn't look good. Real busy, 60 hours a week, moving and trying to fit. But I'm getting back to that. That's good. I've been pretty busy too. That's why I've missed like 80% of my streams. If it's a bluff, it's a very scary bluff. I think it's a bluff. F5 still feels bad. Maybe it wasn't. I don't see how opening the black bishop is relevant. I'm not going to lie to you. Because he just takes one of these and then I'm in deep doo-doo. Oh, not after d5. Oh, okay. Then I'm not sure what you're talking about. We'll have to look after the game. This is such a scary position. I feel like I'm about to die. No, I'm not. I haven't died. I can't actually see his next move. Yeah, I didn't see d5 either. What's scary about this position to me is I can't see his next move. Like, I don't see a move that's good for white here. Maybe I'm missing something. I feel like he tactically, I might just be holding on. Rook d5? Rook d5, rook takes f6. I don't think that works. Rook d5, rook f6. Right? You see my point? It feels like he's a tempo short. Ooh, that's interesting. Oh, that's a very scary move to play. Knight is pinned. Bishop also guards it. Rook g8's the best move if it's playable. Queen b7 is hideous. I hate everything about it. Because then rook takes d5 is actually a problem. It's either rook g8 or rook f7. Rook f7 is a draw offer. No, rook f7, I don't think he has any way of beating me. But it's a draw, and I don't want to draw, so I'm calculating rook g8. I can't see a problem with rook g8. That doesn't mean there isn't one. It just means I can't see it. It just means I'm blind. Feels wrong? Yes. Yes, it does. Okay, hold on. Can I castle here? If I can castle, I'm chilling. Castle and he takes the knight. What do I do? I don't think I can castle. Maybe I can. What is he threatening? If castles takes queen at g4, what is he threatening? It's stupid, but you know what? It's viewer chess. I'm allowed to be stupid. It's viewer chess. I'm allowed to have fun. I like knight e4 after rook e7. Rook e7, queen g4, knight e4, bishop takes. I mean, because I play queen g4 here, and then knight e4 just bishop takes, and I don't see the problem. Okay, that's different. I still don't see it. I disagree. Rook d7, rook d5, rook b7. I disagree. That was the problem. That was rook d5 immediately. I saw it, but I didn't want to say anything because I was hoping he didn't see it. Oh, that's better? It's way better. It's the big problem. I didn't see it till it was too late. Yeah, I'm dead. It's force mate. Okay. Was the entire idea trash, or was I cooking? GG's. Was the entire idea trash, or was I cooking? It was castles long immediately. Oh. That was the only move. I had the castle long right here. I knew it was okay. And it actually prefers black. I knew it, man. I didn't play knight f6 at the start. I played f5. I thought it was objectively bad to let them know your pawns. It's playable. It's playable. And most people don't know it. It's not considered the best, but it's playable. G6 is also... There's like a few playable moves. Knight f6 is the not recommended one. You could play basically knight f6, you could play g6, you could play h6. G6, h4 is very annoying, which is why it's not frequently played, because you have to know a lot of theory for it. Same with h6, h4, g4, and then, what is it, e3 here, I think? And this line also has a lot of theory. And I haven't studied the theory yet, so I played simpler positions. Free bishop, poggers. Want to add me on chess.com? Sure, send me a friend request. I accept basically all friend requests. I probably shouldn't, but I do. Yeah. Sorry. Next time you come, I'll play a better game of chess. I told you, I'm not doing very well tonight. I'm rusty. I'll warm up. I'll be fine. Do you really have to address that bishop? Well, I mean, you have to do something. Because if you take the bishop, then you get mated, right? It's mate in one. Which is very funny. But, so you play, like... Do you really have to address that bishop? Well, I mean... Kind of. Because if you play something like b6 and you say, okay, whatever, bro. Then you have to do something here eventually. You have to address it eventually. And whenever you address it, you're going to have to do the same thing. So delaying it doesn't help you at all. Like, you're not benefited by delaying your addressing of the bishop. You always go knight f6. You have to. Or h6, h4. All these things must happen. So delaying them and putting them off, it doesn't help. I just need to buckle down and learn this theory. Because outside of h4, there's nothing scary here. It's just chess. It's just these h4 lines are scary. Good luck. Thank you, Void. You played well and had to lock in and calculate? I did not play well, man. I did not play well. Bishop takes here is absolutely atrocious. I spent like 30 seconds on this move. It's not nearly enough time. Puzzle battle. Fair enough. Did not spend nearly enough time on d5. It was very clearly the critical move of the position. Give knight. Give queen. Give rook. Gib. The beginning of puzzles is always so relaxing, because it's always just a bunch of free stuff and like a bunch of free mates. That's a cute mate. Ah, mouse slip. Hate everything. Gift the rook. Doi. That took way too long. Watch it be like bishop b8. It's not, but it's this. So he is threatening checkmate. I am fast. Just that and take the queen. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Three bishop poggies. This is a weird position. Skewer the rooks. Oh, Doi, take the pawn and mate him. Gosh, a lot of mistakes in the easy rounds. It's giving me... The easy games are giving me trouble. The thing is, now I have no wiggle room for mistakes. That's the problem here. I mean... Dang it. Oh! No, wait, I'm good. I'm chilling. He can't solve 3 puzzles in 5 seconds. We're chilling. Hey, Adnan, thank you so much for the raid. Give me a second. Let me shout you out. Where's my shout out command? It should work, right? Please? It did not work. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. Do you stream regularly? I like your personality. Yes, I do. Or at least I try to. I've been missing all of my streams, but usually it's Monday, Wednesday, Saturday at 7 p.m. Central European Standard Time. Which are y'all on Greek time? I can't remember. Thank you so much, Sleepy Boy 96 for the follow. 30. You're 2 behind. Nice. Also, for the record, this one was a mouse slip, and this one was stupid. Dutch. Oh, so you're in the same time zone as me, I believe, right? Like, I mean, I guess it's easy to tell. Is it 9:17 p.m. your time? Is your IP address? No, okay. Okay, yeah, I thought so. I just couldn't remember if Bulgaria was on our time zone or if you're on the same time zone as Greece. Because Greece is directly south of us, but they are an hour ahead, which is very funny. I messed up 2 stupid puzzles. So did I. Shake. Puzzle battle. Okay, why does everyone want a puzzle battle? Everyone wants to kick me while I'm down. Honestly, I don't know if that's better or worse than regular chess, because I'm also doing terrible in regular. Okay, what's your... You changed your chess.com name, Jim Bro, and I don't remember what it is now. It's fun, though. It is a little fun, I'll give you that. Yeah, the timelines aren't straight. They are not remotely. It's pretty funny. Because I am relatively close to a major border crossing, one year I suggested that as like a funny New Year's thing, we travel across the border on a New Year's Eve and we celebrate New Year's twice and we travel back in time a year. And so we did that. I actually have that on my passport. It's super funny. That's funny. I mean, hey, so far so good. Let's win bishop check first. Oh, stupid. I mean, it's free queen. Just gotta make sure you hit him with the right check, you know? I'm doing a little bit better. See, that's the thing. I always get better with these as time goes on. It's gotta be... Oh, it's obviously this. Saying. That one was way easier than I gave it credit for. I swear I've heard this exact instrument. Oh, it's rook. Doi. Yeah, it's done. It has to be this way. It has to be this way, what am I saying? Oh, this is a classic mate pattern. I forget what it's called. It's one of my favorites. Give me the queen, thank you very much. Here. What do I play in this position? Is it like this? Okay. Rematch? Well, you have to wait for your turn. I think it was Anastasia's mate. I think you're right. Why not do games of Discord call with lots of people? Puzzles? Because that's a terrible idea. One person says a slur and my channel gets banned. Would you like to play me? You have to type !join, then you join the queue, and then I click a button on my fancy schmancy mini stream deck, and then it shows whose turn it is. The leave command is currently not implemented. I quit chess. Bye. Oh, come on. It wasn't that bad. It was not that bad. I lost way more embarrassingly during this stream. Like, not even in over the course of my entire career, if you can call it that. But in this stream, I've lost more embarrassing matches. It's just chess, man. Ooh, smothered. Everybody loves smothered checkmates, man. They're just the best. I mean... That's a known win. That's just mate. That's also just mate. This one is also just mate. This one is also just mate. There's a lot of just mates. This one is also just mate. This one is also just mate. This one is also just mate. I mean, this is... I'm knocking these suckers out easy mode. It's a winning king and pawn endgame, right? I mean, I guess it had to be. It's giving me a lot of easy puzzles. We just had the same tactical motif. Okay. Fancy schmancy. It's just this, right? Yeah, okay. I was nervous because that felt too easy, so I wanted to do something else just because I was deeply uncomfortable with... Oh, that's a queen sack. I love queen sacks. You have to prevent him from getting in front of the pawn. That's a normal motif. Give me the bishop, please. Thank you. Oh, the first one I got wrong. So sad. See, the funny part is we go here just to go there. Ah, smothered mate. Just in a different form. It's cute. White to move. Look at this. And we just win by a tempo. Isn't that adorable? Speaking of adorable, that's also a classic channel. Ooh, ooh. Oh, that was so close. Come on, that one should have counted. Oh, well. Oh, I guess I won anyway. We're chilling. It literally just got a consistent 35. I guess it's not consistent if you can't get it on the spot. Oh, come on, guys. Chill. Chill. Take a pill of chill, my fellas. Hold on a second. I want to go back a puzzle. Why was my... Okay, he has... Ah, piece of junk. He could just play king d8. I put the cart before the horse. It's consistent 30% of the time. It's a consistent 30%, guys. Who is Mr. Silver Wolf? Okay. Is that a game or is that a puzzle battle request? Both are acceptable, but the game has to be unrated. Puzzle battle, I don't care. Evidently, I can't lose. I can't lose at puzzle battle, so... If the join command doesn't work, it's probably because you're already in the queue. But if it doesn't work, if it does work, that probably means you're not in the queue. Rapid. Okay, so in that case, please make it unrated. Or I can just send you. Please wait, it's taking longer than usual. Connect. What's battle in Russian? I don't remember. It was similar to Voyna, but it wasn't Voyna. Voyna's battle is war in Macedonian. It was so similar. But it wasn't the same. I sent you a challenge, Mr. Wolf, just because I didn't see yours. And so I sent you a 10-0 unrated game. What is battle in Russian? To Google. I've got like a billion messages. Bulgarian, it's bitka. Huh. It's boevoy. Boevoy. That sounds wrong. It's not the word I heard in Russian class. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. Silver, please click this link. I cannot... You read it properly? What do you mean you read it properly? I live in Macedonia and I have for 9 years. We use the Cyrillic alphabet too. We use the Cyrillic alphabet too. I mean, I know our version of the Cyrillic alphabet's kind of different. You have like 2 or 3 letters, we don't. And we have a letter or 2 that you don't. It's a little different, I know, but come on. That doesn't use any of the goofy letters. That's just normal stuff. Ah, okay, I see your challenge now. Oh wait, it's gone again. Where'd it go? Ah, here it is. Found it. We're good. We're chilling. Oh, game aborted. Why was the game aborted? That's so sad. I literally go to college, and my college classes are in Macedonian. Now, my Macedonian is not perfect. I'm not fluent. I'm almost fluent. I'm really close to fluent. I don't sound like a native speaker, though. I have my American accent very thick. Void, that sounds terrible off of context. You're laggy? Oof. Well, we can do your best. It's fine. I don't care. I understand. I had terrible internet for the first few years of living here. Now my internet's fantastic, and I'm super happy about it, and I miss it whenever I leave the house. That's the point? Uh-huh. Well, I was trying to help you. But evidently you didn't want my help. Black putting their light squared bishop in front of their pawn is making their position noticeably, what's the word I'm looking for? Cramped. And so I'm kind of just, at this point, trying to let them suffer. This was a mistake. I'll just take that. Yeah, it looks... Again, if I didn't have bishop back, then it would actually be a pretty decent move. The reason it's a problem is because I can just return the bishop, and you've not made a super convincing case for yourself. Okay. So now, instructional point number 2. We need to win. And so to win, because our opponent has no king safety, none, zilch, 0. Rook b1, knight b6. Rook b1, knight b6 is tempting. I don't see exactly what it accomplishes, though. So I was aiming for this. Rook c1 and playing for the center. It's a little bit optimistic, but that's just the kind of guy I am. Okay, fair play. Where's the sacrifice? Are you telling me there's not a sacrifice in this position? I don't see one, so I'm going to be a coward. Yeah, e3 is the coward's move. And I'm up 1 billion points of material, so I can afford to be a coward. I just didn't want to be a coward. I wanted to win macho style, but it was not to be. Nice thing is that he doesn't quite have time to take my knight currently. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Here comes the other rook. I'm a very cowardly coward. Well, you know, you gotta respect it. GG's. Okay, let's see where that went wrong. So, first things first. Knight f7 was I expected to set king e2. I liked king e2 better. Oh, I hold on to the knight when I'm threatening mate. Anyway. So, I don't recommend knight c6 usually. Not because it's bad, but specifically because d4, and now you kind of have to know your moves. There's only like 2 moves for black in this position. You either have to push this pawn, or you have to play bishop g4. And both of those moves are a little bit counterintuitive if you are not familiar with these positions. So I don't usually recommend that people who don't study opening theory play knight c6. I usually recommend that they match me with knight f6, or they just play d5. I was in a rush? I understand. Bishop e6. And bishop e6 is a problem. It guards the pawn, which is good. That is good. However, the issue here is that this pawn really wants to move to open up your bishop, right? And so putting bishops in front of pawns is something you want to avoid whenever possible. You could play it like a London. Yeah, but no. I recommended the Dutch. It can never go wrong, right? The Dutch has been a mixed success. I've enjoyed it more, and I feel like once I do spend more time studying it... Also, thank you, Phil, for the follow. Anyway, when I spend more time studying it, I think I'll have a lot of success. But I have yet to put in enough hours to really have it be amazing. And so by doing this, you're basically locking this bishop out and making your position a little bit, I use the word cramped. That makes sense. And that's not a bad strategy. Let the pieces happen is not a bad strategy. But the problem is you need your pieces to be happy and like well fed and like want to help you. My mic has been far away from my face this entire stream, so the audio quality's probably been terrible. Sorry. Anyway, the pieces want to be happy and they have places they want to be. This bishop wants to be happy and it deserves happiness like everyone else here. Anyway, and so putting this bishop here makes this bishop terminally depressed. It's locked in. It's in jail. It's forced to sit in its room and watch TikTok all day. It sounds great until you actually do it, and then you regret it. And then you do it again the next day, right? It's terrible. So, you want to put your pieces in positions where they can do things. So, like, that's why this is a good move. A pre-moved queen takes. In this position, this. Well, I mean, queen d6. And queen d6 is unfortunate for the same reason. This queen does not want to be here because then it gets attacked by the knight. And queens usually are the last piece you want developed. So you want to solve the problem of this bishop before you play a move with your queen. g6. G6 is a very intuitive move. It's bad because of takes, e4, and you lose. This sequence is terrible for black. Because you lose a piece. So for that reason alone, g6 is bad. Oh yeah, but accuracy has long been shown to be a elo difference question more so than anything else. So knight e4 is the move here to prevent that entire thing from happening. If I take, you celebrate. Because if I do something like this, you have queen takes d4. And you chill. I'm sorry, I'm so tired. Anyway, knight b5, bishop, queen b4 check, and then bishop d2. So queen d4 is good if I don't have bishop d2. If I play any other move, you're chilling. You are fantastic. But because I have bishop d2, now you don't have time to save your queen and save the c7 pawn. Right? And again, this is why I don't recommend playing knight c6 move 1. Is because on a lot of these d4 positions, you want to move your c pawn. If you can play like c6 here, then everything's completely different and you're totally okay. Or even like takes in c5 or even c5 immediately. Putting the knight on the c square before moving your pawn really limits you in these openings. And I know you didn't know it was going to be a d4 opening because I played knight f3 first move, but that's one of the tricks of knight f3. You could force people into weird versions of d4 openings. Or just d4. You wouldn't play knight c6 against d4. And here I understand the attempt. It's a very unfortunate position. Knight xf7 is mate. That's pretty. Anyway. Notice the elo difference can make them struggle against me when I do that, but it meant to play pawn up one. Yeah, but again, the problem is you kind of tangled yourself up and then brought out your queen too early. Those were your two mistakes that cost you the game. Is you tangled your pieces and then brought out your queen to try and compensate. And that will work against lower elo people because they won't be able to prove the queen wrong. The queen is a very powerful piece. The most powerful, in fact. And so when you bring out the queen that early, a lot of, if you're not ready for it, you can struggle because it could feel like you bring this giant cannon into battle and start beating people over the head with it. But once you start playing more experienced chess players who aren't scared when they see the queen come out, they're just going to see it and be like, oh, that's a weakness, right? And when that happens, you're going to end up in painful positions. Does that make sense? Again, I can completely understand how that would work against lower elo people because they would also tangle up their pieces, so you wouldn't develop any slower than they would because it's the same. And then when you bring out your queen, they can't play around it correctly, and so it would be a strength, not a weakness. Yeah, when you don't have more pieces to protect it a lot, but I have two accounts, one for school, one for... And yes, it does make sense. Okay. Yeah, it makes sense. Happy pieces of the goal? Mm-hmm. I'm using a metaphor within a metaphor, okay? So, the metaphor that I'm using here is when Bear Grylls in one of his survival challenges was talking about fire. And the metaphor he used for fire is that fire is like your kids. You take care of it when it's small and when it's little, and it'll take care of you later when it's bigger, right? And so the idea is you do the same thing with pieces. You take care of your pieces early in the game, and they'll take care of you later in the game. It's a quid pro quo. Jim Bro's no longer here. Is Sleepy Boy 96 still here? Happy pieces, happy life. Exactly. Exactly. Very important stuff. I'm here. Excellent. Would you like to do puzzles or a rapid game? Take your pick. Talk to me. Or don't. You can also be silent. That's an acceptable answer. Rapid. Okay. What is your chess.com name? Boxing match. No. I would prefer not to have concussions and micro concussions. Oh, you sent me a challenge earlier. I saw that. I'm going to send you a challenge, but I'm going to make it unrated because I avoid playing rated against viewers. It just simplifies my life. Or you could send me an unrated challenge, same difference. And puzzle elo on school accounts like 1150. Yeah, again, I can see how that'd be helpful. But puzzles are useful when you have a position that allows puzzles to exist. And tactics exist when you play, when your pieces are happy. Hello, Panzer. Panzer Dragoon or something, was it not? Something like that. It's been a while. Virgil is motivation. Panzer for 63. Okay, different Panzer. I have had multiple Panzers. Now that I realize that, it's kind of weird. Good luck. I'm going to turn off stream for a game. Absolutely. Thank you. I use tryharding, chat. It broke because you either don't have a bullet elo or there's something else. I don't know what else it could be, but Okay, this guy knows some basics. He knows some basics. Does he know his Dutch theory? When's next stream? Wednesday. Must be bullet elo. Well, it is the bullet elo, that's a problem. Last I checked, this is totally fine for me. How would you rate my Dutch theory? I mean, it was fine. I played a very weird line, so it's difficult for me to say a lot because that's not a line that many people play because, like Void said, it's often considered to be kind of bad. And so we were out of theory pretty early. You didn't play C4, and which is the critical response, and it puts a lot more pressure on me. And so you kind of let me get out of... okay, maybe it wasn't Void. Someone said that. Maybe it was Gone. Maybe it was Gong. I guess it wasn't you, Void. You and Gong had like the same name on... same color name on my screen, so it confused me. So I kind of got out of the opening a lot easier than I should have. I don't love all lines equally. I'm a line racist. Bait. I love that emoji. That's such a good emoji. Such a strong emoji. Okay, my opponent does not know Dutch theory. This is good to know. Lines are fun. Wait, we're talking about the same lines here, correct? How do I play this? I can take the knight, but then after pawn, I don't want to take the knight because then he has pawn takes, and that solves a lot of his positional problems. My light squared bishop really isn't that strong, so I think I'm okay doing this. Hello, Manny Awesome. In general, you want to avoid solving the opponent's problems for them. Let them suffer a little bit. Don't worry, Silver. Part of the reason I play unrated is so that it isn't cheating when people do listen to me while playing against me, because I really don't mind. For me, playing against me on stream is more about the educational value than it is about the pure competitive integrity of the chess. And so I'm not offended or anything if you decide you want to listen in. No, not if you don't want. If you don't, it doesn't matter. Again, to me, it doesn't matter. I play unrated against viewers partially for that reason, so that I could be more relaxed. If you want to mute and try hard it, knock yourself out. But you absolutely don't have to. I enjoy having a dialogue with people while I'm playing. That one time I played, I listened in. Exactly. It's totally fine. I enjoy having the dialogue while I'm playing. And I was still angry and stressed out. Oh, come on. Just take a deep breath, you know? It doesn't matter, Silver. Again, it's okay for learning. Is there a cue? Maybe. Yes. Chess makes my anger issues show. Chess can be frustrating. I really do understand. Really does not tolerate ego in the way other games sometimes do. Chess is very humbling. It's because all mistakes you make are purely your own. And that's a painful, painful feeling. I think I want to play this. I think. Maybe I should have gone the other way. Maybe I should have gone here. The idea is the same. I was just trying to play a bit more actively. It's a pretty good win rate. Jiu-Jitsu also? Oh yeah, I'm sure. It's any of these no luck solo sports or solo competitive exercises where there's nothing to blame except yourself when anything goes wrong. Right? You can't blame anything else in chess. It's a skill issue if you lose. 100% of the time. Yeah, see, I allowed this when I shouldn't have. It does have a bit of luck. No, it doesn't. Human error and luck are two different things. Then that's a skill issue on the side, from the perspective of your heart. Your heart has a skill issue. Which that's like a soul issue at that point. How is it different? Because you can control your human error to some extent, and you can manipulate it, and it's under your control still. It's just, or your opponent's control. It's under someone's control. It's not an unpredictable element that just randomly does things. But you might get lucky when matchmaking. Nah, I don't think so. By getting a less experienced opponent? No, because then the ELO system. That's the point of the ELO system, is to account for those sorts of situations and make it so it's still fair. Again, we've designed a system specifically to avoid that being a problem. We being chess players. Oh, off-topic questions are my favorite. I have this off-topic question. Like, I have started working on this idea where you can barter skills. Like, you post a query that you want a website, and in return you'll teach chess. Like a barter of skills. Would you use it, and would chat use it? Okay, so stupid question. However, I feel like it's a useful stupid question. Why wouldn't I just use Fiverr and then like make a Fiverr store, but then also like look for a Fiverr store where someone else is doing the thing I want? What about your system is better than both parties using Fiverr? That's my question. You don't have to spend money, but if you're making money and then you're spending money, what's the difference? But you can convert time to money through the Fiverr store. Fiverr. Skillshare is very similar. I thought Skillshare was just like video courses for different things. I think like it's a guaranteed sale. Uh-huh. Okay. in that case, stupid question number 2. How can you know that you're going to find someone who wants to do your specific trade? That's the problem with barter. The problem with barter is that everybody needs very specific trades. And so generalizing is very difficult. Also in trust systems, it's difficult because who makes the first thing? But that's neither here nor there. I'm lost? In what sense? Blob the chess? What about the chess? Yeah, money exists for trading in order to do what you're doing, but be more flexible about it. It's chess? You know what? You might be right. You might be right. If I get in a position like this, I fall asleep. That's a weakness. I'm sure I don't need to tell you that, but that's a weakness. Yes, but why is a barter better for me than just selling my skills and then buying someone else's skills? Because it's very difficult to find someone else who wants what you have and has what you want. That's a hard combination to find, right? That's kind of why we invented monetary currencies, is to avoid a system and avoid a situation where we have to look for people who have and want the right things. I messed this up. Flag him. I'm gonna try. It shouldn't be possible, but stupider things have happened. I'm lost. Yeah. I'm gonna try. I shouldn't have let him trade off the knight. I think I was holding until then. I was holding until I let him take my bishop. That was an accident. I completely missed the check. Back here. This is when I lost. Right here. This was the losing move. This was better. And I'm holding. H5. I should have played H5 first. I knew I should have played H5 first. I got scared. Here's what I was scared of. I'd say this was the problem. I should have played H5 first to deep freeze his pawns. And then he can't win. Then I go bishop 3. Rotate my bishop around the back. What's hard to decide? That's a good thing, Silver Wolf. Openings are the last thing you should study. Had a friend teach me chess within a week. I got better than him, and now I'm one teaching him. Based. H5? No, it's not. H5 was very clearly better. You think I was dead lost at the start? I am inclined to agree. The other time... Okay, the other time I messed up was... here. This was better. This, I think, was better. Letting you have the tempo with your knight was a problem. I don't think you were lost. I think you were just worse. It's actually hard to be losing in these positions as white unless I get a kingside attack, which I did not have. I was half expecting this, but I thought this was fine for me because your knight is locked out. I have the bishop pair and this pawn looks annoying. Evidently I was wrong, but... Yeah, I guess I can't make progress is the problem. Yeah. Yeah, but again, the openings, I'm not saying you should study openings as in like memorization. I'm saying you should study openings as in like principles. Also, I'm closing the queue. No one new can join, but everyone already in there still gets their turn. Because I have to get up at like 5 a.m. tomorrow. Can you show me the Queenie one line in the dragon again, please? Okay, I can do that for your turn if you'd like. Thanks for the game, no problem. I'm just sorry I didn't put more of a fight than I would normally. Have a nice one. You too. Never mind, I remembered it. Yeah, it's in Move 9 Castles. Let's do one because I really gotta go. Something along the lines of this. Looking for summer projects. Does anyone have any ideas? What do you mean? I mean, learn a language. I don't know. Well, that happens a lot at that sort of ELO range. Okay, now that you're out of theory, let's see if you know your moves. One moment, I'm trying to remember. There was something goofy here. I think it's here. Hey, Yubo. We're doing pretty well. I'm tired and I have to get up at like 5 a.m. tomorrow, so I have to go. See, as major, I'm decent at AI and web dev, and so I want to make a project. Oh, okay. You should have specified. You already messed up, Void. This is already known to be bad. That's why I don't recommend this line, is because it's so hard to play. Actually, I do recommend this line because it's fun, but it is hard to play. And that is a legitimate downside to consider. These positions are fantastically fun, if you ask me, but The rook! I wish. I think I can't quite do it yet, but I'm gonna. Don't worry, I'm gonna. I forgot theory. I noticed. What do you think about Levy pushing for GM again? I mean, that's a go for it. Like, why not, right? That's an interesting one. Levy ain't getting GM? Why not? Why not, do you reckon? Not in a visually pleasing way where you can search things. It's pretty terrible. I know, but like we said before, beating GMs doesn't make you a GM. You have to be able to do it consistently. And that consistency is the hard part. I need to speed up. Playing too slow. Thank you for the donation. Ah, dang it. Lost on time. Completely winning position, too. Such a shame. Okay, Void. Listen, Void, listen. No, Void. You want to know where the problem... You don't want to know where your mistake was. Do you want to see your mistake? You want to know your mistake? This move. This is a blunder. This is a blunder. This is objectively terrible. This is a known mistake in this line. Your mistake was playing e4 versus Alco? He won! What do you mean his mistake was playing e4 against Alco? Now, it was 3-0, and I'm terrible at 3-0, but that's not the point. You do puzzle battles? A little bit. Bishop c5 is a mistake. It's now -2. It's now -2. Just immediately. It's just completely gone. Ah, it's bishop f5 immediately. Yeah, bishop e6 was terrible. Bishop f5 immediately, and now we're chilling. And it's -6. -6. You should have been one move slower. Bishop c4, bishop c5 immediately is a mistake. Did survive a bit though. Yeah, no, I completely messed up. Bishop f5 and it's over. Yeah, like, I can't even see the next move for white. Now, maybe that's because I'm blind, but, like, where does the queen go? I kick the queen, and then I play bishop e6. I got my move orders wrong. I got overexcited. Then I play queen, bishop e6. And then here, it's you just hang the bishop. And so you're out. Oh, no, absolutely. Again, he won. I lost this game. I'm just saying, this is objectively losing. This line is just terrible. It's a known mistake. Playing bishop c5 too early, you get hit with bishop to h6 and it's over. Because I get a direct line of attack to your king. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful stuff. If you play bishop c4 first, which looks better, this is when I go full Gotham and I don't take that. And I sacrifice the rook and I have full compensation. Because what, I have the bishop pair and I have 2 pawns and your king's wide open? You don't. In this line, you play knight e4. Knight e4 is the correct move here. You don't go for a boring trade. You play knight e4. And then I go bishop e6, and then you go bishop c4. Then I go queen c7, and I sack a pawn, but you don't take the pawn. And then you go like rook fd, and we play this position. The boring trade line is a different line. Queen h4 then? Yeah, queen h4 is one of the moves you could play there. Knight e4, bishop d6. Again, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Queen h4. In this position, I play h6 to prevent your knight from hopping in. And we play chess. Stuff like this looks better than it is. Pick my opening. Okay, Dawson is after Larson attack. What's the Larson attack again? Dawson is after slash psychic. Okay, sure. Slash psychic. Is it okay if I play as white so I can play 1b3? He's still here, right? I think he is. Okay, challenge sent. It's been more than 4 months since I've seen this line. Kill issue. Nobody ever plays that line. I love it. It's a fantastic line. b3 is crazy. b3 is fine. It's completely acceptable. What is it that I play here? It's this, right? What's your FIDE rapid nowadays? Like 1900, something like that? I think this is how I'm supposed to play this. That's not true. b3 is a little objectively worse. Not much, but it is a little. Okay, let me see if I remember my lines. I think I go f4 here. Okay, you want to know the funny part about this, Yubo? The Youth Chess Championships just ended. And I helped a kid at the Youth Chess Championships study this line. So I know a little bit of the theory. Because I literally, like 3 days ago, studied this line, even though I've never played it before in my life. So, I actually know a few moves of theory here. This position is insane. There are some crazy tactics you have to find in order to be equal as black. Like, that is already terrible. If I remember correctly. Give me a second. I'm trying to remember my lines. It's been too long since I studied this. It's a piece of junk. But remembered incorrectly, GG's? True. Nah, it's fine. We hold these. We win these. And I have 3. That's what I played. G2. Shh. Insta GG. Your face is an insta GG. What was I supposed to do in this line again? After take? I think... Was it play knight f3 first and then take the pawn? Never mind, boys. We're so back. Queen h5 is probably bad. Maybe it's better, but I don't know. Might go back to uni? Why is that? If you don't mind my asking. Base is the idea. I know running to c1 with the king is an idea, but I have to do this first. And then lose, you know, lose the queen. That's part of the process. And it's part of the plan. Is hang your queen. It's one of the primary steps. That's why queen h5. Shh. Let me play terrible chess. It's 10 p.m. and I'm exhausted. Let me play my terrible chess. Let me burn down the kitchen. If you must. But let me cook. Like what? If you don't mind me asking, Yubo. Which I'm assuming you don't, since you brought it up. You are the only one. No one else in the history of chess as a sport or as an art has ever forgotten theory. You are the first. I didn't even know it was possible. Hate to break it to you. Hate to be the bearer of bad news. I'm not too sure. Either engineering or finance. Okay, stupid question. Were you not in finance before? What a stupid question. Hey, now you listen here. I'm allowed to call my own question stupid. But you can't call my question stupid. That's just mean. Yeah, but I studied something completely different. Fair enough. I gotta be like that. I'm just trying to live my life. The thing you studied or the thing you want to study? Which one's much better? That was a mouse slip. I meant to take on H7. What I want to study? That was half of a mean question because I think it's safe to assume that you would study something with better career options in general, not worse. Squeeze. See, I told you I'm playing terrible. Okay, am I supposed to take on F4 first? I told you I studied this, but I evidently don't remember. Unis for my country? He's going to spend even more money, and they're going to tell him that that was a stupid idea. That's what's going to happen. Ah, King F1 here. I'm dumb. I remember this line now. It's King F1, and he has nothing. Yeah. I mixed up my lines. King F1 here, and you've got nothing. You got zip. You just lose a rook. Do not pass go. Do not collect 200 pawns. No, I'm losing after that. See, look, it's best. Queen h5, queen g3 check, and then I lose my queen. I was trying to avoid this happening, Void. Now, I didn't do a good job, but E for effort, right? I can't imagine missing uni. Actually, I don't know if I can imagine missing uni. It's weird. I have a complex relationship with uni. I'm used to the American dream, where you spend your life savings on education. That is the American dream. Hey, American dream, would you like to play a game of Blitz, or would you like to play a Puzzle Rush? He might have interest in engineering. What do you mean? How's your course going? So this semester I only failed one class, which I'm okay with, because in that class the teacher hates me. 3-0 Blitz? Perfect. What's your chess.com name? Talk to me. And on the other classes, I did pretty well. Well, I didn't fail the class. I didn't pass well enough to avoid the final. So I technically haven't failed yet, but I just have to take the final. Yeah, the opening was a little bit sussy, as the kids say. So that's pretty good, especially since I got such good grades in my other classes, which I wasn't expecting. I was a little bit nervous about some of them, I'm not going to lie to you. But it's dang accounting classes. The accounting classes kill me, man. I get murdered by accounting. Oh yeah, I forgot. I accidentally set it to 10-0. I appreciate you reminding me. Because I completely forgot to set it to what it was supposed to be. My girlfriend graduates tomorrow? Oh, sick. What was she studying? Uh-huh. This line. What do I do here again? I remember I played something stupid. Law. Interesting. So she can pay the bills while I stay home as house husband and play chess based. I see you've got a whole plan. Bishop e7 better? Shh. we're going to trade bishops. I would rather keep this bishop locked down. If it's all the same to you. Thank you. Thank you. F5. Let's go. Let's have some fun. Oh, I know. This is all intentional. Like, you can meme about my chess all you want, but, like, sometimes I cook. What do you plan on taking with? Knight. Interesting. I would have taken with bishop. You couldn't afford me. These are ex-banker feet picks. Okay, I don't think you understand. They are luxurious. This guy cooks for the Crownix PR team? Wait, does that mean I cook none? Hold on a second. Doesn't everyone cook more than Crownix PR team? I'm so confused. Still solid? What? White is solid or black is solid? Because I think I am significantly better in this position. Forget solid. Like, look at that. That can't be a good move. The laws of chess forbid that being a good move. Strictly forbid it being a good move. Queen c7? Nah, queen d6. I'm not trying to win a losing battle. I'm winning a winning battle. It's completely different. Knight c6? Eventually. I don't see a clear plan for him, so I'm just letting him simmer a little bit. Still theory. Yep. Telling you, just letting him simmer. Don't have time. Man, I hate blitz. Queen h1 isn't mate. He could escape. He could take the rook. The rook was hanging. It's not mate after rook e8. He goes to d2. I really, really, really wanted it to be mate, but it's not. Wow, this was much better square. Ridiculous. Man, I had something there. I'm telling you, I had something there. So here's the thing, Dawson. Why let him get the rook? Rook e8 first didn't work because he had queen f5. And then he wins my rook. Or I have to trade off queens anyway and give him fix his pawn structure. Queen h1 line. What do you mean why let him get the rook? He was taking the rook. Okay, so the reason I knew this... You should not have resigned. It's 3-0. You win on time. I played too slow. That's a weakness on my part. You should not have resigned. Yeah, my little brother plays the b3 lines of the Sicilian, so while I don't remember the theory off the top of my head, I know some goofy ways of playing that get the white players out of their theory and get them into comfortable positions. No white players are ready to deal with this early d5 stuff that forces the bishop back because they're used to Gotham's prep, where he says bring the bishop here and they can never kick it, and I can kick it if I play this fast enough. if I play some inaccurate moves, then I can get d5 fast enough that it messes with white's setup. It's not optimal, it's not best, but some people get really confused. It's good fun. Like, I was winning here. I was winning here at this point. I just play this and you're dead. Night, Yubo. But see, look. Queen h1, king takes e2, and it's not mate, right? And if I play rook e8 first, then he plays queen c4, which forces a beneficial queen trade for him. Because queen takes d takes, he's fixed his pawn structure, right? And so I didn't want him to fix his pawn structure, which is why I played rook takes first. Now, I should have played knight takes, but yeah, queen c4 was the problem. Queen c4 was the principal problem of this position. And that alliterated. And I didn't have the time to calculate if this worked because I felt like there was something goofy at the end of the line. There wasn't. I was hallucinating, but I just had this and I'm winning. I hallucinated, but I had 4 seconds, so 4 seconds is only something you could do. Bishop takes c3 was wrong, right? No. Bishop c3 was fine. It wasn't best, but it was fine. It takes it from -4 to -3. I'm okay with that, because this, to me, is a very easily winning position. Now, that being said, if you played king g1, it'd be a lot harder. I had rook c2. This was my plan. My plan was to play rook c2 here. And I was not exactly sure what white did. This looked terrible to me. Because I'm like, oh, I have full control over the second rank. I am chilling. I'm telling you, Boyd. That's a bad line, but it's a funny line because no white player in this opening knows how to deal with it because it's not taught in any of the opening courses. It is strictly a psychological play. And I know it because my little brother plays this stuff. So I've gotten him to quit playing this against me, which is good. And knight f3 first was the mistake, but I wanted you to play bishop c4 because everyone plays bishop c4 here. So even though knight f3 is bad, I knew you were going to play bishop c4. So I let you do it because I knew you'd have to move it back afterwards. Which is just stupid on my part. I should not have done that, but I think it's pretty funny. Why did you send me this, Gong? Can we play on 5-minute blitz? I'm sorry. We cannot. I have to go. Why did they say skibbity sigma? You could say skibbity toilet. And it's exactly the right amount of syllables. And it's horrible and it's cursed. Skibbity toilet has the exact same number of syllables and it's like the emphasis is on the exact right syllables. It's perfect. Okay, see ya. I appreciate y'all stopping by. It was good. Good times. Good times. I'll be back on Wednesday, and hopefully I'll get a little bit more back into the schedule. Okay, do I know anyone who's streaming chess? Jackie Peterson. Will do. This guy is wearing a chess outfit. Linguistic maestro? Nah, I just learned 2 languages, and so I can be stupid in 2 languages, which makes me sound like I'm smart in one of them. Legit, learning a second language teaches you more about your first language than any language class will. I learned stuff about English I didn't even think about when you learn a second language, because then you realize it functions differently than other languages, right? Like English having that stupid adjective order thing, you know, where the adjectives in English are supposed to be ordered in a certain way, and then on top of that, depending on what primary vowel they have, you might change that order a little bit. It's completely insane stuff, and you don't think about it as a native English speaker because it just comes naturally to you. But as soon as you learn another language and you start doing it in another language where it doesn't make sense and you get weird looks, you're like, wait, hold on a second. Yeah, English is super weird. But you don't learn as much about it because it just comes naturally because you just learn it as a naturalized, you know, whoever, assuming English is the native language of people who I'm talking to people whose English isn't their native language, you have the same experience with your own native language, I'm sure, moving to English. It teaches you so much interesting stuff. One of the kids from my chess club, I end up chatting with him a lot of time about just the differences in the language. And I ask him things about Macedonian, he asks me things about English, and we go back and forth, because there's just so many weird nuances, you know? Anywho. Vowels don't sound like they would individually when in a word, and it differs for each word. Just give symbols to sounds. It's real bad. It's real bad. No, but then you've got like pronunciation rules, right? Which is depends on accent and where you live, right? Like and then some words just sound stupid when you say them and realize how they sound, like rural. Captions got it. I said rural. I didn't get it that time. But a bowl of water. No, just even American English. Or just like the word entrepreneur, right? I was talking to a Macedonian who works as a translator, and they were struggling to pronounce entrepreneur because they kept trying to say entrepreneur, right? They pronounce the T as a T. And I'm like, no, if it's a TR in English, we pronounce it as a CH. You don't say tree, you say tree. You say tree, not tree. So entrepreneur is pronounced with a CH. It's way easier to pronounce. And it's like, okay, but why? And just because. Tree. Yeah, but that's very common coming from a different language because the TH sound is so difficult. There's a ton of other examples, super interesting. Anyway, the raid's happening in like 3 seconds, so I got to go. Always a pleasure. Ciao.